Yo, it's Skiddo. Let me get right to the point. Mario Kart has items, and each item has its own unique ability. Some of those items have their uses and are loved by everybody, and then the other items you just want to... Hell no. So today, as a certified Mario Kart enjoyer, I'll just be here giving you some tips for each and every item in this game. Without further ado, let's start off with the coin. I swear to God, and anything that's good, this thing preys on your downfall, and there's nothing you could do about it. So to keep it simple, just make sure you always hit the double item box, so you're not just stuck carrying one coin, which leaves you defenseless. And a little extra tip, you can leave your coin in your first item slot in the event a boot can just come through and snag it, because you obviously don't want him taking your defense item. For number 2, let's go from a front runner to a back runner item. The lightning. Normally, players would instantly use this item when they see it come up in their roulette. However, shock dodges do exist, and you want to pay attention to the map, and you want to have that turned on. Make sure nobody's using a bullet bill, a star, or etc. When you see the most amount of players without that invincibility item, that's when you want to use it. You really want to make the most of this lightning bolt, because chances are, when you get this item, you're probably dead last. Doesn't mean you suck. That does not mean you suck. It just means it's a little complicated. For the next item, let me do the fire flower real quick. This thing's an asset for both offense and defense. If you get this in a higher position, throw it behind you to block incoming red shells, or you can ruin somebody's day by spamming a barrage of fireballs for people right in front of you. You get like a billion of these fireballs, so it's gonna probably always hit. So, let them off. For number 4, let's do the bullet bill. There's almost nothing you could say about this item that's negative. You're invincible throughout the whole duration, and even on tracks with a lot of curves, your bullet bill can have an extended duration. Take Cheeseland, for example. If you start your bullet bill here, your bullet bill will end around here. So use it when you're coming up on a lot of curves. On to number 5, let's go with the mushroom and the triple mushroom. The mushrooms are the staple shortcut items. And please, just don't be boring and use it on a straight path. Use them to cut corners and to cut through parts of the track that Mario Kart wants you to cut through. With that being said, the golden mushroom is just a glorified mushroom. Use this item to make your own shortcut. With the super mushroom, you can truck through long off-road parts of the track, and in doing so, you can jump a few spots up, putting you above the pack. For the next item, I'm gonna go with the bomb-bomb. In my own opinion, I think this is one of the best and most underrated items in the game. You're able to throw it either behind you or in front of you, and you can even get this item in first place, which means you can use it as a defense item. However, that's a little risky because if you hold it right behind you, the incoming item can trigger the bomb-bomb to also blow you up. So right before that red shell comes through, make sure to drop it before it hits you. Next item, I'm gonna talk about the green shells. It's by far the most skilled weapon in the game. It's another item that's really simple. Just make sure you align yourself with the person in front of you. The green shell shoots in a straight direction, but trust when you hit somebody with it, you earned that hit. The star is an item that grants you speed and invincibility. It allows you to plow through anybody in front of you while taking shots from any item in the game. It's another item just like the super mushroom where you can make your own shortcuts while at the same time wreaking havoc on anybody that stands in your way. So treat this item like nothing can touch you, because nothing can touch you. Being probably the most underwhelming item in the game, the banana is understood as an item that does nothing but sit. However, there's never a better feeling than hitting a nasty banana snipe. Throw it at someone from a distance and letting the shot gives you an overdose of dopamine. Or instead, you could just let it sit at a spot where you know somebody's gonna cross. People always overthink the boomerang while using it, but this thing's good. The boomerang allows 3 shots with each shot getting more range, and it even has a homing function. But the homing function only works if you throw it ahead of you. And if at any point you're not feeling this item, feel free to hit the double item box while the boomerang's being thrown. In that case, it won't come back. The blue shell is a very simple item. You get it in last place, you throw it, goes after first place, BAM! It does its own thing. But there are ways to avoid it on the receiving end. You can avoid it with the items shown, or if you have no items, just throw yourself off the course. Speaking of the blue shell, the blue box is the perfect counter to the blue shell. If you're front running, you basically want to farm for this item. And if you're in any other place except for first, this thing has a huge hitbox, so it's kind of hard to miss in a group of people. It's really good for crowd control. The boo is a very tricky item. It gives you invincibility while stealing an item from a random opponent. So you want to time this item perfectly. Pay attention to the people in last place and where the item boxes are located on the track. Once you notice those people cross the items, that's when you want to use it. You want to get a good item, not a bad one. So try to pay attention to the map when you're handling this weapon. Finishing the shell family, the red shell is a pivotal item for Mario Kart. It's basically first place's kryptonite, being that second place has the potential to get up to 6 red shells. But once again, if you're on the receiving end with no items to defend yourself, you could just ram yourself into a close wall, and at the perfect angle, the red shell will hit the wall instead of hitting you. The success rate on this move is very unclear, but it works sometimes. You just gotta practice it. The blooper is another instant use item. You use it, goes on to every player in the game, screws with their drift and vision. That's pretty much it. The only tip I have is to utilize the inside drift. You don't want to let this deterrent throw you off the course. Now the piranha plant itself serves as 2 items. Each bite it takes to flex an item, while at the same time giving you a little speed boost. This item is a little controversial, because it's not up to you when the piranha plant decides to give you a speed boost. And those boosts might throw you off the course. So again, like the blooper, utilize your inside side drift, and make sure that you're controlling the piranha plant and the piranha plant is not controlling you. That's it for all the items. Excuse my voice, I'm recording the outro after I finish the video, and just my luck, I'm sick. But if you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new, feel free to subscribe and leave a like, because that shit helps me. This is my first YouTube video that I've made in a long time, so any support I get on this, I'll really appreciate. But for now, I'm out. Love y'all.